Voted one of the top 100 comedians of all time. In 1972, he won a Golden Globe Award for Best TV Actor in a Comedy Series for his work on the show Sanford and Son. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Red Fox. All right, in the late 1960s, this vivacious actress and cabaret singer took over the lead role of Catwoman for the Batman TV series. Every year at Christmas, we hear her 1950s smash hit, Santa Baby, on the radio waves. Watch out, Madonna, because she calls herself the original Material Girl. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Eartha Kitt. All right, our next star is remembered for his many TV and movie appearances and a frequent guest on the show. He was the star of Mr. Peepers, and less well known is the fact that he was the voice of the animated cartoon character Underdog. Please welcome the irreverent Mr. Wally Cox. All right, our next star is Hollywood royalty, the daughter of Frank and Barbara Sinatra and star of 8 feature films with her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She sang the theme song from the James Bond movie You Only Live Twice, but is best known for her transatlantic #1 hit, These Boots Are Made for Walking. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Nancy Sinatra.
Just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
All right, our next star hails from the booming metropolis of Mount 80, population 307 friendly people and 1 old grouch. And you decide whether he's the old grouch or not. He's been entertaining audiences, including regularly appearing on Jack Parr's The Tonight Show on NBC in the 1950s, a former host of his own radio and later TV show, regular on the Hollywood Squares. Ladies and gentlemen, won't you please welcome Mama's favorite boy, Mr. Charlie Weaver. And last but not least, our final star has been a major force in American comedy since the late 1960s when she began a career as a stand-up comedian and became a featured performer on television's Laugh-In. Of course, we were thinking of Lily Tomlin, but unfortunately she can't be here this afternoon, so she sent in her place her friend and brainchild. Please welcome the popular Lily Tomlin character, Edith Ann. All right, so next now, we need some contestants, some folks to play the games with us. First of all, will you welcome our Mr. X, Mr. Dean Hall. Dean Hall. Welcome, Dean. Good to see you. Good to see you. Whoa, hey, buddy, wait, hey. Look, you got the wrong game show. I'm not Richard Dawson, and this is not Family Feud, okay? All right, well, let's introduce our Ms. Circle. Will you please welcome Danielle Davis. Hi, Danielle. I'm Richard Dawson. How are you? It's good to see you. Well, okay, you feel better now? Okay. All right, so most of you are probably familiar with the game. The object of our contestants is to get 3 of our stars in a row, either across, up and down, or diagonally. Now, it's up to them to figure out whether the star is giving the right answer or whether the star is making up the answer, and that's how that they get the squares. So in this game, what you guys are playing for is a 16-gigabyte iPad with Retina display, HD, and a $50 iTunes gift card for $600 value. So this is what you're playing for, serious stuff. All right, we flipped a coin, and we decided that Ms. Circle should go first. So that was just a decision that we made. So you get to pick your star. Now here in front of you, you have your stars here, so you can look at the stars and you get to pick your star.
Okay, lovely. I'd like to start with Liberace, please.
Okay, so Liberace. So our first question for Liberace up there. Liberace, when an employee drives a car for the company and pulls over at a bar, between driving from one place to another on company business, it's called what? It's called what?
Well, here, let me just get situated. I always can answer my questions a little bit better if I have all of my... Much better now. Well, Peter, I think that's, let's see, I know it's not called tickling the ivories. Maybe it's wetting your whistle, that's it.
Is that your answer?
Well, let's go with, maybe it's frolic and detour.
Frolic and detour. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Agree, and frolic and detour is correct. Circle gets the square. Congratulations. All right, Mr. X, now it's your turn. Who do you choose?
Red Fox.
Oh, Red Fox. Red. Red, how are you, sir?
Very good, very good.
Red, what is the most important thing for an HR professional to have available when they are meeting with a potentially violent employee?
Well, that's easy. You want a big stick and your running shoes. Big stick and running shoes. That's my answer.
That's your answer?
That's my answer. No. The serious answer is you want to have a discipline history of the employee. You want to know their performance appraisals. You want to know what you're dealing with, so you get all that information before you sit down with the employee. That's my answer.
He says you should have a lot of background information about the employee before you sit down with them. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
He agrees, and that is the correct answer, so X gets the square. X gets the square. All right, Danielle, now I sense a little accent in your voice there. Now, you're from Australia, is that right? And now, I'm a little closer to the mic here, and in Australia, they don't actually call this Tic Tac Toe, right?
That's correct.
What do they call it? What do they call the game?
They call it noughts and crosses.
What is it? And crosses. Okay, so interesting too. All right, so let's see, we got an interesting board developing here. Who's your next star?
I think I'll go with Nancy.
Oh, Nancy Sinatra. Okay, Nancy Sinatra. Nancy, your question. Does OSHA require employers to provide personal protective equipment to employees?
Let me think about that. Having worked on this set with Red Fox for way too long, they should, if they don't. I think my answer is going to be that OSHA requires the employer to canvass the workplace, identify the hazards, and provide PPE that's necessary.
Okay, there's your answer. What do you think?
I think that's correct.
And it is in fact correct, so circle gets the square. All right, congratulations there. All right, Dean, where are you going here?
I guess I'll have to go with Mick Kit.
Okay, Eartha Kitt. Eartha, here is your question. All right, true or false? The Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act is a federal law that prohibits the use of genetic information in employment-based decisions. True or false?
Darling, when you're in Hollywood, every employment decision depends on whether or not you have good genes. Except in the case of Red Fox, he just had a really good agent. So I think the answer to that is false.
She says the answer is false. What do you think, Dean?
I agree.
No, the answer is true, actually. The Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act is a federal law. Unfortunately, we can't give you the circle on that. You have to earn it yourself.
I'm sorry.
So I have to ask her for another
Yes.
question? Okay. Eartha, I choose you.
Okay, Eartha. Eartha, what theory holds that an employer can be liable for a decision made by a non-discriminating manager when that decision is based on input from a supervisor with unlawful motives?
A girl getting in trouble because of a boss with unlawful motives? I call that Hollywood. No. You know, I'm an expert in everything cat. So I call that the cat's paw theory.
She says the cat's paw theory. Is that correct?
Cat's paw.
That's not correct.
It actually is correct. X gets the square. All right, Dean, you're back in the game. Where do you want to go now?
Okay. I'm going to go with all in.
I thought people were strategically avoiding you just for that outfit, perhaps. All right, a dangerous choice indeed.
Good choice.
Okay. Paul, Paul, the concepts of withdrawal liability, bi-level bargaining, and zipper clauses are related to what federal law?
Only one choice. It's the Bill of Rights.
Is that your answer to the Bill of Rights?
No, that's not my answer. It's the National Labor Relations Act.
So he says the National Labor Relations Act.
I disagree.
You disagree. It is in fact the National Labor Relations Act. So circle gets the square. Circle gets the square. Okay.
I'll have Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin for the win. Lily.
Lily can't come.
Or Edith Ann, sorry. Sorry, Edith Ann. I'm sorry. So,
Okay, I'm good.
Edith Ann, can an employer keep its employees from getting tattoos?
And an employer. I'm not allowed to have tattoos, and I am also not allowed to wear makeup, but I could tell you a secret, even if you're from Australia. If you get a red jelly bean and you lick it, and then you rub it on your mouth, it looks like lipstick. It doesn't cost $1, and you can eat it when you're done. Are you clapping for me or you? Okay, anyway, I think the answer is that you can't tell people not to get tattoos, except if they work in a tattoo parlor, then you can tell them not to get tattoos. That's my answer.
Your answer is they can't prohibit them from getting a tattoo, is that right?
They can't prohibit them from getting tattoos.
They can't, okay. All right, what do you say?
That's correct.
As a general rule, that's true. You cannot prohibit employees from getting tattoos. So circle gets the square, and that's your winner there. That's the winner. Well, congratulations, Danielle. That gets you the iPad. Congratulations on that. That's a great little win. And Dean, nobody goes away here without a prize. And so I've got you the family-size Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.
That'll work for me.
All right, thank you guys very much for playing in our game. All right, so let's get our next couple of contestants up here. First of all, let's bring up our Ms. Circle. Ms. Circle is Jennifer Hyde. Jennifer Hyde, come on up. Give her a big round of applause. Come on, Jennifer. Welcome to the show, Jennifer. Come on up here. You're over here on the Circle side. Now, you're from New Orleans, right?
I am.
All right, that's great. We got a local here playing in the game here today. And then our second contestant is Pascal Duru. Pascal Duru, come on up. You're our Mr. X. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. How are you? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. This is just getting uncomfortable. Okay. All right. So we let the Circle go first last time. So let's have you go first this time, Pascal. Will you pick a star for us today?
Let me go with Liberace.
Liberace. Okay. Liberace.
A lot of people have gone with Liberace, right, Lee?
Paul, you're just Liberace without the piano.
You're a good pianist.
Okay, Lee, what's a hostile work environment? What's a hostile work environment?
The one I'm in now. A hostile work environment is, well, it's where people are hostile to you.
Anything more? You were just hostile.
Well, no, I take that back. You see, I think a hostile work environment is where there's a series of actions that take place, like where they won't give me all the costumes that I want, and it's severe and pervasive enough. That's a hostile work environment.
That does sound hostile.
What do you think, Mr. X?
I don't agree.
Don't agree. No, severe and pervasive is the standard, so we'll have to give the circle to that square there. Okay, congratulations there, and you get to now choose.
I will go with Paul Lind.
Paul Lind,
Yeah, bless
okay. Not learning the lesson from the first time. All right.
I never do.
Okay, so Paul, under federal labor law, what is a boys' market injunction?
It's 1975. You can't ask that question. Go to the next one.
Okay. Okay, I probably don't want the answer then. All right, Paul, under federal labor law, what is the difference between protected and unprotected activity?
It's got to be wrongful discharge. It's just got to be.
Paul, it took a while for them to get that one.
Is that your answer, or
No, that's not.
That's not your answer. Okay.
Jennifer, trust me on this. Okay, do you trust me?
I'm not sure.
That's good. The difference is, if it's protected concerted activity, it's protected by the National Labor Relations Act.
I agree.
That's correct. Protected concerted activity is protected under the National Labor Relations Act, so circle gets a square. All right, Pascal, where are you going to go here?
Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin for the block. Lily,
I'm Edith Ann.
who is protected by USERA?
Sarah. It's Sarah.
Sarah? Okay.
And anyone else, it doesn't matter if you spell it with the H or not. It's still Sarah.
Okay.
So that's who's protected, except my friend Mary Wright, who is doing a USERA presentation tomorrow. Is that good, Mary? If you go to her presentation, you will find out that the USERA protects only military people who are on active duty, and that's the truth.
She says USERA only protects individuals who are currently on active military duty.
I'm 6, I might not know. So be careful about that.
False.
Yes, and with that little tip, that's right, that's accurate. So X gets the square and the block. All right, Jennifer, where do you want to go now?
I will go with Red Fox.
Red Fox, okay. Red.
Before you go, I got a question. Have either of you ever played this game before? I'm just curious.
I think they've just played just fine.
All right.
Red, what's the best insurance against workplace violence? What's the best insurance against workplace violence?
That's easy. High salaries, big bonuses, and lots of food at work. No.
Why is that?
If you pay people lots of money and you give them bonuses and you feed them, there's never any violence at work.
Really?
That's the answer.
That's your answer?
That's my answer.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Completely disagree.
Yes, no, it's the best insurance is a workplace violence policy. Circle gets the square.
Okay.
Okay, congratulations there on that. And let's see, where are we at here? Okay, Pascal, where do you want to go now?
Let me go Florence.
With Florence, oh, okay, an
This is
interesting
Brady.
choice. I might have gone with
This is
Nancy
Brady.
Sinatra for the block, but that's okay. All right, so Florence, but that's good because Florence hasn't gotten a question yet, right? So Florence, should employers use progressive discipline in the workplace?
I have to say yes. We always used progressive discipline at our house. Employers should use modern discipline forms. No spanking at work, so yes to progressive discipline.
Yeah, she says, yeah, progressive discipline's okay.
Yes.
And that's correct, that's accurate. So X gets the square. All right, Jennifer, where do you want to go?
I will go with Nancy Sinatra.
Okay, Nancy
you, Jennifer.
Sinatra. Nancy. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? An employee who drives a truck and holds a commercial driver's license has an accident. If that employee is tested for alcohol after the accident, what is a permissible alcohol level under the Department of Transportation regulations?
I will tell you, Jennifer will get this one because I've had alcohol with Jennifer, so she should know the answer to this. It really
Calm down.
It really depends on the driver. I think if it's someone like my dad or Dean Martin, we're talking probably 3 or 4 martinis, maybe a scotch and soda. Someone more like Florence, maybe it's half a wine cooler or something along those lines. But no, in all seriousness, I think the answer is that a driver cannot report to work with a blood alcohol content of over 0.04.
She says over 0.04.
I agree.
She agrees, and that's the correct answer. So Circle gets the square and the win in this case. All right, but don't leave yet, Pascal, because we're going to ask a question here of Charlie Weaver and Wally Cox. And if you get those 2 right, we'll give you an iPad as well. How's that? Okay? So let's start with Charlie.
I just want to point out here, I get paid the same amount even if I don't answer any questions.
Charlie Weaver, how many hours do you have to notify OSHA in the case of a workplace fatality?
What difference does it make? The victim's not going anywhere. No. Let's see. How many hours to notify OSHA? I'm thinking a day, 24 hours.
He says 24 hours. You got 24 hours.
I agree.
It's 8 hours, actually. 8 hours is the correct answer. So now all you have to do is get a correct answer with Wally Cox. How's that? We'll keep moving it here.
Now you're in trouble.
Oh, okay. Wally, can the EEOC bring a class action? Can the EEOC bring a class action?
You know, the EEOC is not a very classy place, Peter. I mean, have you seen the people over there? Even I think they're odd.
But
I think they can, I don't know, maybe they can bring a class action, but I don't think they have to meet Rule 23 or anything fancy like that. I think they're special. They're the exception.
It says they're special, but yes, they can bring a class action.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
That's correct. And so we get the X gets the square there. Congratulations. Okay. We have both winners up here. Actually, everybody will be a winner. But additional winner here, you know, you get the home version of the Hollywood Squares. So there you go, for playing the additional game with us, the Wii version of Hollywood Squares. Thank you guys very much for participating in our game, and a big round of applause for our stars up here.